So the next step then is to go validate our HTML pages and our CSS style sheet, right? So go into your class 4 December 2nd folder, and here you have two links, validate HTML link and validate CSS link. So I'm going to validate my HTML first. So here, validate by file upload. So you're going to upload files that you have on your computer, and this is going to validate it. You can also validate by typing in your address if your file is already on the server, but we don't have that on the server yet. So we're going to go by file upload. So you choose the file. I go into my project and folder and I choose index. Then I open it, okay? And then I go check. Okay, so there's quite a few errors here. Okay, so the first one is actually a warning, meaning that you can get by without fixing it, but you really should, because this is giving you recommendations on how you can meet the standard. So this whole time, this whole course, we've been, not using the language attribute here. It wants you to add a language attribute to your HTML tag. So the language attribute declares the language of the document. This is important to have, so even though you can get by without adding the language attribute, you really should. So I would like you to go to W3C website. This is an organization that sets the web standards, and I want you to research on here how you should add it, what you should add for the language attribute, okay? And when you're done, you can, go to your go to your HTML page and go fix it in there. So I'm not going to give you the answer for this. This is your job. You're going to go do this and fix it. The next one is the character encoding was not declared. So proceed using Windows 1252. So I would also like you to go research what this means on W3C. Okay, I'm not going to just give you the answers now. You need to go research this yourself and fix that error. Okay, so I see other errors too. Quite a few, okay? So this one is about character encoding this one's about header must not appear as a descendant. So there's something funky going on here, something weird going on here. It keeps mentioning this header element. I'm going to take a look at that element. And then when I take a look, I realize, it wasn't closed properly. Look. It doesn't have the slash in front of it. It is not a proper end tag. So I'm going to save it, okay, and then I'm going to upload it again, okay, index, go, and check. Okay, so quite a few are gone now. Anything to do with that header is now gone. So the next is a duplicate attribute class, okay, so there's two classes. And on one of them, each element can only have one class, so you cannot have two classes. Look, there's two classes. You cannot have that. Okay, so that needs to be fixed. Oops. And the section lacks heading. So this is a warning. It tells you that every section should have a heading because it's the proper way to structure something. So if you don't, it's not completely wrong, but it's not good. So it's just a warning and not an error, but you want to have all these warnings and errors gone so that you get a big green check mark when you validate it. Okay, so when I check your work, I want to make sure that all these pages get a nice green check mark instead of warnings and errors. Okay, so same with the CSS. You will go here, choose File, and go into CSS, select the CSS file and check. Oh, there's a server error right now, so that's okay. We will, we understand that it works the same as checking for the HTML errors, the same as CSS errors. So if you're still having trouble with this site, let me know, but I think the site's just down right now and it should be up in no time. So make sure that you check all your pages, all 3 HTML pages and your CSS page, and fix all the errors. And only after that, I would like you to upload it onto the website. And when you do, make sure that you upload it into a folder called Cafe, C-A-F-E. And it should be in the proper folder, and and it should be named properly, and that when I click on the link that you submit, okay, So your link must look like this and nothing else. So if it looks like anything else other than this link here, you will lose 1 mark. Okay, look carefully. Some of you have been submitting the wrong link in your activities the whole time, and I've been nice and I haven't said anything, but really some of your links do not work when I click on it, and I've just kind of have to figure it out myself. But for this project, part 4, I'm not going to do that. If I can't mark your link that you submit, that's 1 mark off. And if you give me a link that does look like this and it doesn't actually take me there, then you also lose another mark. So it's out of 5, and you must validate all files must be free of errors and warnings, and when you submit your file, when you submit your work, it should be a link. You need to upload it onto the server, and your link should look like this: yinmao.whc.ca info 2105, your name, and the cafe, okay? And again, if your link doesn't work, then you will lose a mark. All right, so that is it for part 4, validation.